All right, and we are live. The Talking Fruit Bowl, tuning in from planet Earth, episode 7. 7, I think. Maybe it's 6.
It's really been 7?
I think it's actually no 7. I think it's been 7.
Wow.
Damn.
Do we make that canon in case we lost that episode? We'll never know what happened last time.
Yeah, let's make that canon.
All right, there might be a lost episode we don't know about.
6, 7.
But now this is 7. This is 7.
It's
Maybe
floating around somewhere in hyperspace.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sent it off to the Andromeda galaxy.
If you find it, you win.
It's got a golden ticket in it.
Is our spread today.
Yeah, let's see the fruit. We are the Talking Fruit Bowl.
Black plums,
The finger.
cotton candy grapes,
I'm actually gonna snag one of these.
Yeah, me
Cotton
too.
candy.
These are
Pumpkin.
fucking good.
pumpkin peaches, and donut peaches.
The donut peaches are like if somebody took an apple and
You gotta
mashed
be
them
fucking
with
kidding
a
me.
peach mark. Oh no, we lost them, buddy. It's
Technical
all right. Switch them to me.
difficulties.
Switch them back to us. Let's get meat and the fruit real quick. Do we got
Bada
them?
bing,
No, that's
bada
me.
boom. All we gotta do is smack it with this, smack our tongues together 3 times, pull out our wieners,
Oh Jesus.
hit them with a helicopter dig.
Say 3 Bloody Marys.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh, and they're back. The boys are back in town.
We're back in business. Boys are back in town.
Ah,
Such a good song.
yeah, dude.
Hello.
You guys going on the boat tomorrow?
What time do you want to go?
I had a doctor's appointment at 10. We can go after.
Okay.
I don't know when. Like
I
11
might have
probably.
to work. They've been giving me every Monday off, so I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna invite myself. You know.
You?
Maybe. I'm not sure. You never were supposed to chill?
Fuck.
I don't know.
Let's go
I feel the
waterboarding.
same.
We'll talk about
Do it.
Yeah, man, go wakeboarding. Come on, ride them waves,
I do want to. I want to. That
Bust-
shit's mad fun.
bust your ass.
I'm telling you, man. You're going to get water skiing tomorrow if you come.
Yeah.
Mark got it the first 2 tries last time we went out. Killed it.
I feel like I'm fucking up a little bit due to the fact that I don't know how to find my edges on water skis, but on like a snow. So like, I'm kind of. This is what I feel is happening. I'm not using my edges, so I don't have any like friction against the rope. It's
Yeah.
almost like I'm getting pulled on ice, and like if you find. I hate to say it a bunch of times, but if you find an edge, like it creates tension on the rope, so you're not getting like that boom, 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 boom.
Every time, yeah. You gotta like lean back.
go shoot! Shoot
I feel like you gotta lean back when it's fucking.
But there's nothing to stop you. There's literally nothing to stop you from just being pulled out. Like if you can just kind of have a little bit of like fight against that rope and just keep it on the like, I guess it's extension.
Yeah.
And then I guess you just keep on riding in and out. You're gonna keep getting pulled at the speed. I just don't know how to do that on skis. Snowboard's more of what I've did for 4 months. You gonna join me for snowboarding next year?
100%.
I'm going to join you too.
Oh boy, I'm very excited.
Probably gonna sit that one out.
Very tragic. Very tragic. It's very beautiful. Dude, going up on top of those mountains and just experiencing the elements and experiencing fucking gravity at its finest.
Fuck gravity, yo. If I got eaten by a wolf on one of those things,
I got eaten by a
come on. You
wolf.
know that you can't tell me that
This man.
that the mountains in fucking Camelot weren't wolf infested. You
It's
know.
fucking Camelot.
So I'm gonna tell you boys a quick story about my trip to Mount Snow. So-
What a fucking bad name.
Dude,
Couldn't
it was
call it
bad.
That one.
It was
Vermont,
badass.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother's been there a bunch. He told me about it.
So this is my first real mountain going to. Like this first real mountain I've gone to. So just for a little backstory, I picked up snowboarding last winter. I was doing it for about a month and a half at the time, maybe 2 months. And I've done Labrador Mountain in New York and Greek Peak in New York. So Labrador is 700 vertical feet. Means from bottom to the top is 700 feet. Greek Peak is 900 feet. And out of nowhere went to Mount Snow, which is 2,400 feet. So it was a pretty radical jump. What was that? A little over 3 times the size of Lab,
Yeah.
and a little more than 2.5 Greek Peak. So I get there, and literally my first chairlift up to the summit, you hear off in the distance like rumbling of like something like going through the brush, and then you just hear this blood curdling fucking screaming, bro. Just absolute screaming, like it was echoing through the mountain.
Was it a
dude.
person or
Yeah, it was a person.
What?
Dude, someone broke their leg or something like that.
Oh
It was
my
they broke a
God.
bone my first time going up, and they were like on the next
Oh my
trail
God.
over.
Oh my
And
god.
As I was going down, so my first run on this mountain, they didn't want to take it slow. They just said, let's do a double black. Or not a double black, a black. And so I'm going down an advanced level hill on like a real mountain. Like if you go to Lab and you do a black diamond, it's pussy shit. It really is like a blue square anywhere else. And it goes green, blue, black, double black. And so I literally rode past this person who, as they were getting like put on the stretcher, the gurney, I guess, to be sledded down the hill, and that was my first run
Fuck
at
that.
Mount Snow.
Yeah, for real.
How long
fuck
did it take you
that.
to get up to the top on that one?
I think that was like 12, 13 minutes.
Those
Right.
lifts are pretty quick, aren't they?
Dude, like it goes slow around, so it wraps around, and then it picks you up, and then there's probably like a good 6 feet, and where it's going like do-do, 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 and then there's just a haul ass, and you just and it's just amazing, dude. And then they have at Mount Snow, it's called a bubble, and you put this huge shield in front of you,
Yeah.
and like it stops the wind, you're not too cold. But what you really want to make it to is what the fuck are they called? The shit that's completely enclosed. Gondola. You want to go on a gondola. That shit,
Uh-huh.
dude, you could just smoke in there,
That's what they have
drink
at.
in there.
That's what they have at Whiteface, right?
Yeah, Whiteface and Gore and
Fuck's
Mount Snow.
gondola?
You ever watch James Bond?
No.
Dude, it's like a fucking.
Enclosed ski car, right?
It's like you've seen a ski lift, right?
Yeah.
It's like that, but there's just a door on the side, and you step in, and you're in this little car thing. Like the whole thing is enclosed.
Okay.
It's like a subway car, kind of,
Okay.
but it flies through the
It's
fucking
fucking
air.
sick.
It is
Word.
cool.
So it's like you got a car, right? And then you're gonna drive it into the water, and it can turn into like a jet ski or a submarine. Talking about that type shit.
I'm about to show
Yeah,
you.
sure.
They get off the rails a little bit.
You got a car. You start off when you got a car.
Yeah.
Against a
kinda.
regular old car.
Just a regular old
You're
car.
supposed to always win, right?
He's getting chewed up by the tires. Okay, and then that turned into a flying machine.
No, bro. It's flying through the air. Look at it.
Yeah, but it's not from the gods. Like that's.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like
Okay.
that's nothing too
Good point.
crazy.
Good point. Good point.
True.
Elon could do that in a weekend. I'm not that
Man-made.
impressed.
You might do that in a weekend.
Just like Tony Stark. He did.
Real
He
talk,
built that in a motorcycle.
What couldn't Elon do in a weekend?
There's a lot of shit you just can't. do.
Apparently, figure out this energy crisis here.
He probably has more money than fucking. He's probably has so much money.
Know what I heard?
What is Elon
His
net?
net worth is a lot, but the dude's not actually like rich. He said he sold. There was a company he had before.
PayPal.
Was it PayPal?
That's his company.
No, not anymore.
Not anymore, but it was. He sold it off, and then he bought James Bond's car for $1 million. That was his big
He's a
purchase when he,
baller.
yeah, dude, when he got his when he finally got payout from PayPal.
I heard he sold, maybe it was PayPal. He sold PayPal and he put half the money into like SpaceX, half the money into Tesla, and then still had to ask his friend for help with his rent.
Wow.
Yeah. So like the dude's like he's rich, quote unquote. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He can buy whatever he wants probably, but at the same time, like the dude's fucking grinding for his companies. That's it. You know?
That's kind of fucking cool though.
He's so fucking intelligent, man. Like,
What he did
dude amazes me.
was absolutely incredible, dude. He literally brought the space industry to the private sector.
Mhm.
Like prior to him, who was building
It was
satellites?
government owned.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
NASA.
NASA.
There's a U in there, right?
NASA. I saw.
Dude, you're so right though. Like NASA could be building anything. They wouldn't tell. Like, you know what I mean? There could be aliens. We would never fucking know
Well,
about it.
That's not why that's important. So hold on to your tinfoil hats, boys. We're going deep.
Oh, I like going deep.
So, back in the day before, well, let's talk about Tesla's, not Tesla, SpaceX's Falcon 9. That's their largest rocket. I think that is something in the ballpark of $40 million per launch. It's a reusable rocket. That means every time it leaves the Earth, it costs them $40 million. And I think,
million.
yeah, and I think it's all because of fuel.
Probably.
And I forget what the other factor was.
You're driving you're going like 1,000,000 miles, you know?
But now
What do you think that thing gets per gallon?
I
One.
think it's per
One.
ton fuel
ton.
of fuel, yeah. But so now SpaceX they figured out how to do the reusable rockets. They they're basically the Henry Ford of rockets and like anything to do with fucking space. But if you look at how much the government was spending per launch, they have right now a 400 and I think it's like 32 billion, million dollar space program to build a rocket that's 3/4 the times or 3/4 the size of the Falcon Heavy rocket. And they're going to spend $432 million on this rocket. And it's a non-reusable rocket.
Holy shit.
So that means after it launches, the two pods with all the fuel are just going to separate into
Right off
space.
into space.
Mhm.
Float for all eternity until they
Mm-hmm.
hit
So-
something.
I have 2 points. Have you guys ever read the book or seen the movie The Martian? With
Nah.
Matt Damon.
I've seen
Yeah.
the movie. Yeah, it's dope.
So, I read that book, and I don't know how true this is, but in the book they said that 3/4 of the rocket fuel that you have on the rocket is used during the launch.
That's
Isn't that
crazy.
fucking crazy? So you only have a quarter of the fuel that you put in this rocket to get all the way to where the fuck you're going and all the way back into Earth's orbit.
Well, you have to think about the downward force of gravity.
Right.
Yeah, you don't burn
A lot
a lot
easier.
in space. You don't need to. Because there's nothing, like, there's no
No
resistance.
yeah.
So you
True.
just burn a little bit, and you're drifting, basically. But you're
I still
drifting
think that's
away.
fucking crazy though. Like you're going millions of miles away.
Right.
That's
You
true.
know?
That's true.
And
Don't
you have a
quote
quarter
me.
tank, like
Don't quote me on this fact, but I would assume, this is just an assumption, that like once you're in space, 90% of that fuel is to get up to traveling velocity. And then 10% of the remaining fuel is to make adjustments in flight.
Right.
So so once you like reach, let's say 6,000 miles an hour, you are now cruising towards Mars and you are 4 degrees off. Every hour on the hour you're going to expend 0.25 of your fuel blasting on the left to try to get back.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I would assume space flight would be like. I've never been to space. I ain't never taken the trip to NASA. I don't know any astronauts.
Yeah, but, like, what happens if you're, like, flying through space and you see an asteroid coming up? You got to avoid that shit. Like, and
No
you-
way.
And you did what? And you didn't.
No
have-
way.
How not?
That would not happen.
Radar.
You know how calculated all their fucking blasts are, dude?
Yeah.
They're calculated to the point where if anything goes wrong, they've already planned 10 steps ahead for that
Yeah,
to go wrong.
I guess that's
You
true.
know what I mean?
I guess that's true.
There's no shot in hell that they would go up and see an unexpected asteroid unless there was like an asteroid shower when some fucking shit went seriously wrong, in
Right.
which case they're all dead.
Right. Right.
A black hole
Yeah,
appears
but
out
I
of
wonder
nowhere.
how quickly the asteroid shower stuff is actually moving. Like I wonder if it's all just floating all at once, or if it is actually got some speed to it.
Well, everything in
Is what-
space has speed to it.
Right,
Nothing
right.
is standing still.
Right, but how much speed?
Yeah.
'Cause I know like once it gets into the atmosphere, then it's gonna get as fucking fast as it needs to get. But
Yeah.
Well,
just floating in space, I wonder how fast the shit's just moving.
It's probably just chilling. Like if it
I guess
if it hits a ship, it's gonna fuck it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I doubt it's going like super fast like it would be if it entered an atmosphere.
my guy.
Two other things colliding. I would assume. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, like Earth was
Well,
just made
space
by
dust, too.
asteroids just jamming together, heating up, fucking.
Right.
But no, like shit in space travels insanely fast. Have you ever seen not Lost in Space? Well,
Interstellar.
Yes, is that with
Good fucking
Catwoman?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
She is so fine.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
in Interstellar?
Oh, yeah,
I don't
Dude,
ever
she-
saw Interstellar.
When I watched Batman for the first time and I saw Catwoman, I think I fell in love, yo. Anne Hathaway. I saw her in a different light, but something took out her ship, and it was space debris, and it was traveling at fucking incredible speeds. I don't remember the speeds that they were talking of, but I know that you can't enter or leave Earth's atmosphere at a certain time because of all the space shit that we've just, for some reason, we just launched shit into fucking space, and we were like,
We're
it's there
slowly
now.
making a wall of shit, so we can't ever leave this fucking planet.
Slowly, very slowly.
We'll just throw a couple coffee makers up there, maybe a mattress or two.
Someday someone will stumble upon them and
Yeah.
No,
like
there's a
going to sea,
Tesla.
man. You ever going to sea, you find
Right.
a shipwreck, and you're like, oh, there's some cool shit down there. You know, it's not useful to anyone, but it's there.
Oh man, dude, what do you think? Like finding some cool shit on a ship. How awesome would that be, dude? Just going like shipwreck diving.
But what's
That
cool
would
shit?
be
What's cool?
sick.
That would be dope.
I mean, like finding some like old gold, like Roman coins or Greek shit. A dagger that killed fucking Julius Caesar, Athena's
Atu
dagger.
Brute.
I don't know.
So last point. I read somewhere that Elon Musk is not going to take his company SpaceX. He's not going to take it private, like on the stock market.
You mean
Or
public?
public, yeah. Until he's making regular trips with SpaceX to Mars and back.
But that's smart.
It is, but that means that's very soon.
Yes and no.
He's
It
not going to not do it in his lifetime, take it public, you know what I mean?
Maybe not. He's talking about,
No.
because when you go public, you relinquish 100% of your, not 100%, but you're no longer, like, Elon Musk can be like, you're not here anymore.
Right, he
We're
can just
doing
do
this
that.
now, and I want a toilet in my office.
He doesn't have to answer
right
to
in the
any
middle.
shareholders or anything.
That's true. That's true.
If he wants to spend $100 million on a golden
He's still a
toilet,
sheer owner, even if he goes public.
no, because
Yeah.
they can vote you off.
No, they can't.
Hmm.
Not if you hold the majority shares.
You have a shareholder meeting. I watched something about it, not on the specific matter. I remember watching a movie that was like about it, and I know you shouldn't base real life information off of a movie, but I'm about to. So, this dude literally lost like control of his company, even though he had majority of it. But like he still owned majority. They just said that he's not the CEO anymore.
I guess it would have to depend how it's set up, because that's up to your board of fucking chairman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but once you go public, that changes.
Yeah, but like.
I don't know,
once you go
man.
Public, how? Like, who's telling you that you have to have a board and shit?
Well, you have to have a
Laws
board
and
of
stuff.
fucking, yeah. You have to.
Oh.
You have to have it like, I don't know.
Companies are
Depends
set
how
up a
people-
certain way for a reason and some stuff.
Be able to sell your stocks and shit.
Like you're legally supposed to have CEO, CFO,
Oh.
fucking superintendent of the company, like a bunch of shit.
Dude, these grapes are so fucking good.
They're
Right.
banging,
Oh
right?
my god.
I know.
Got little pieces of cotton candy in them.
It's like crack. It's probably just crack.
This is the grapes they didn't get rid of in the 80s.
Thank you, Mr. Reagan.
Mr. Reagan.
Wegmans just left them in the freezer for a while, and they saw Mark walk in. They're like, "Hey,
They aged
get
well.
rid of these, man."
Nom, 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 nom.
All
Oh.
right.
TED Talk.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I don't know how I want to do this.
How do you want to do this one?
I don't think this creates any sound. So here we go. Because now I do believe, if I'm not wrong.
See that? Yeah. USA won, dude. Yeah.
I didn't even
the
fucking
girls
watch
won.
it. I forgot.
Yes, sir. 2-0.
Shit.
I
Hell
think.
yeah, go USA. That's fucking dope.
I'm gonna watch it when I get home.
I want to watch it too.
Can we watch it together and hold hands?
Yeah, no, for real, I want to watch it.
Come over, dog. I'm not playing.
Chess. Yeah, fuck.
Shots or soccer, Connery? What are you gonna be caring about tomorrow?
I wish you could come.
What are you gonna be caring about tomorrow?
I wish you could come through. We could do both at the same time.
Baby, won't you come through?
No, it's all good. I'll play chess with you, bro. Don't worry.
Oh, I just typed in Ted.
No one wants to hear that, Mark. No one wants to hear that.
I wanted to.
Manners, Connor. Manners. Don't tell these good people what they do and don't want in their life.
I wanted to hear it.
Let's see what I just
What
want.
you got for us, Mark?
All right, here we go,
Marky
people.
Mark
Here we
and the
go, here we
Funky
go.
Bunch.
So on the day
Ooh,
of
Jesus.
Brexit vote in June,
Oh, I really like this one.
All right, let's do
when
it.
Britain woke up to the shock of discovering that we're leaving the European Union, my editor at the Observer newspaper in the UK
I just want to go to this
asked
one.
me to go back to South Wales, where I grew up, and to write a report.
I'm trying to. There we go. Because now I can go like this and I can actually see what I'm doing on the on the podcast.
Yeah. Sponsor us. Company.
Right? Come on.
Sponsor
Shit,
us.
yeah.
And so I went to a town.
Dude, can you put on the fucking subtitles? She has a really thick ass accent. Thanks, man. Yo, definitely.
Arabic?
Arabic.
How do you think
I
the
almost said Arabic.
Oh my god.
Arabic.
Did not mean that.
Please don't demonetize us.
we have a viewer now? I wonder if it's Rachel.
Alright, so here we are. We're actually about to watch a TED Talk, and we're just going to talk about it, pause this in certain moments, and we're just going to see if we agree with what's going on, if this changes our opinion on something, and we're going to reflect on it. We're going to see what 4 grown men's opinion on the Facebook's role in Brexit. Godspeed,
The kicker
glory,
on to democracy.
there will be mountains that we will move.
I'm gonna move
Brexit vote in June 2016, when Britain woke up to the shock of discovering that we're leaving the European Union.
Can't understand what
My
she's
editor
saying.
at the Observer newspaper in the UK
Can't understand that accent.
South Wales,
It's a tough
where I
one.
grew up, and to write a report. And so I went to a town
I'm
called
stoned, so
Edinburgh.
yeah, it is. It's hard.
Here it is. It's in the South Wales.
Marijuana's still illegal. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a very sort of rich, working class culture. And it's famous for its Welsh and Elvis fires and rugby and its coal. But when I was a teenager, the coal mines and the steelworks closed, and the entire area was devastated. And I went there because it had one of the highest leave votes in the country. 62% of the people here voted to leave the European Union. And
That's
I
pretty
wanted to
crazy.
know why.
Right.
When I got there, I was just a bit taken back because the last time I went to Edinburgh, it looked like this. And now,
So, for people who aren't seeing this, it's just a bunch of like coal mining, huge smokestacks, probably poor air pollution or poor air quality rather.
it looks like this. This is a new £33 million
This one looks way better.
further
More
education
clean, modern.
that was mostly funded
Man,
by
nature
the European
has
Union.
looks really clean.
And this is the new sports centre. That's in the
It looks like the Y down in Beeville. It really does.
Why? Yeah. Damn, look at that building now. That looks pretty futuristic.
Yeah, man.
This is the new £77 million road improvement scheme.
That's a $77 million bridge. I'd buy that.
Yeah.
I'd buy
I
that.
believe that.
That's a pretty cool bridge. The archway.
I like bridges.
So there's a sign saying that it was funded by the EU right outside of all the structures that were built.
They just gotta. They have to tell you that. It's vital to the structure.
And he told me that he had voted to leave because the European Union had done nothing for him.
What about the stat? What about everything they just built?
And
Bitch
all
just
I
talking to him right outside the gym,
Right.
the $320 million gym.
They said that they wanted
After driving down the $77 million bridge.
To get there, gee.
And they told me that they were most fed up with the immigrants and with the refugees. They'd had enough. Which was odd, because walking around I didn't meet any immigrants or refugees. I met one Polish woman who told me she was practically the only foreigner in town. And when I checked the figures, I discovered that Edinburgh actually has one of the lowest rates of immigration in the country. And so I was just a bit baffled, because I couldn't really understand where people were getting their information from. Because it was
Facebook.
right-wing tabloid newspapers which printed all these stories about immigration. And this is a very much a left-wing Labour stronghold. But then after the article came out, this woman got in touch with me. And she was from Edinburgh, and she told me about all this stuff that she'd seen on Facebook. I was like, what stuff? And she said it was all this quite scary stuff about immigration, and especially about Turkey. So I tried to find it, but there was nothing there. Because there's no archive of ads that people see, or what had been pushed into their news feeds.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No trace of anything. It's gone completely dark.
Yeah.
And this referendum, that will have this profound effect forever on Britain. It's already
Let's
had
talk about that for a
profound
minute.
Yeah,
effect.
pause that.
The Japanese car manufacturers that came to Wales.
Cause like that's like a pretty big thing. It's like just how much like people trust their Facebook information, and like you can't trust anything that you see on there. Like first of all, everybody's sharing articles that are just years and years old. Like somebody will
And
post
probably
like,
half of them are bullshit too.
Right. Like they'll post like an article like, oh, Trump's numbers are higher than they've ever been, and then you click on it and it's like from like 2016, and from like a bogus place.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can never tell like who to trust. Like like they have like there's always people are always talking about vaping and stuff on Facebook, and there's always some sort of article about it, whether it's good or not. You don't know if it's the big tobacco companies that want to shut it down or get everybody to be afraid of it,
Is
or
that like
what.
Facebook's fault though? That's probably not.
Yeah.
That's all social media and
The-
internet though.
That's Facebook's fault, dude. You control.
Facebook's a huge proponent of that though.
Yes.
Here, what?
Right.
So, like, if you are that big, she's gonna talk about something, and it's something along the lines of they qualify for this certain, like, they fall into this certain group, and so they don't have to, or they can't be regulated in terms of like what is said on there, and like. I can't describe it. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on how she describes it, but it's an absolute
We'll
beautiful
get there,
thing.
We'll get there.
But I like my aunt, not my aunt, my cousin. Dude, she will literally just argue about politics all day, and all she does is read Facebook. Cause all she'll reference is something my friend posted on Facebook.
Right.
I read this on Facebook.
So it has to be true. Would it kind of fuck up?
Oh, Eric's got the boo boo marker.
I thought he fucked up.
I'm just waiting.
Oh, he is.
Coming.
I feel like there should be an arm war.
Oh Jesus. Nah.
Are you scared?
All right.
A
We'll
little.
get back to the video. Jesus,
We just lost our 2 viewers in that very moment.
Place in mind
That was funny.
they're already going because of Brexit. And this entire referendum took place in darkness because it took place on Facebook. And what happens on Facebook stays on Facebook because only you see your newsfeed and then it vanishes. So it's impossible to research anything. So we have no idea who saw what ads,
That's crazy,
or what
though.
impact they had, or what data was used to target these people, or even who placed the ads, or how much money was spent, or even what nationality they were. Facebook does. Facebook has these answers, and it's refused to give them to us. Our Parliament has asked Mark Zuckerberg multiple times to come to Britain and to give us these answers, and every single time.
A whole country.
And you have
A whole goddamn country.
It's demanding that you come in.
You got a fan. You got a big old fan. Don't forget to subscribe.
SSHR fan.
What?
That's Rachel.
Is it?
Rachel? Yay. So,
I was like, fucking coincidence or what? What? Cool.
So, what was I just saying? Son of a bitch. Son of a
A
bitch.
whole country.
A whole
Oh,
country
Jesus,
asked you
we're back quick.
for some information, and one man said
No, not gonna do it.
he
No,
said
sir.
no. One of my favorite things I've ever heard come out of Mr. Jones's mouth was the story he told me, and I think it was Greece. Rachel might be able to fact check this. Let's definitely put her as a moderator.
Right.
So one time, I don't quote me on the country, a country was trying to censor Google, and so Google just stopped doing business with them. Every side company that Google owns, every connection that Google has, they pulled, and they literally strong-armed this whole country into uncensoring them. And as soon as Google was uncensored, everything went back to normal.
Wow.
Got that much money and
It's
power.
probably like
you know?
North Korea or some shit.
Hmm?
It's probably like North Korea or some shit.
I don't even think they do
It was a
business in
norm.
North Korea.
Yeah, they don't do internet in North Korea. They most certainly don't.
I mean, they have internet there.
Very, very little.
I'll bet you $1 million.
Oh, yeah,
that,
there's
like
definitely
the
internet
government
there.
leaders.
You can't go
and shit
anywhere
have
and
it.
not get internet. You
Yeah.
know,
Well, there's no like
you
Google.
can get free access to internet.
There's like a dark web. I'm almost positive.
You can do it on the dark web.
Dude, you can probably
You
get on
download
Google
Tor
in
if
North
you-
Korea.
If you download Tor, you can go onto the dark web and surf through that safely.
Anywhere.
Safely?
Yeah,
Literally
North Korea
anywhere.
can't. Your IP address can't be traced. So
On the dark web? Really?
yeah, because it bounces
just-
around.
Dude,
They
you
just
can find
have to
fucking
really wanna
anything on
find
the
you.
dark web, can't you?
Huh?
You can find fucking anything.
Mhm.
That's wild. You can buy
Well, there's more
any
shit.
drugs.
There's more shit on the dark web than there is the regular web.
Is there really?
The dark
Mm.
regular web is like 1% of the entire
Oh my god.
web.
That's crazy.
It's the dark web and then the deep web. The deep
Yeah.
web is like everything. Is like everything, and the dark web is like the darker side of the deep web.
Got you. That's
The dark web is like where all
How
like
do you
the
get on
Silk
that
Road-
shit?
Yeah,
You download
exactly.
Tor, and you go on this thing called the Onion, and then it just takes you right onto it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tor
I've been
is-
on there before. I don't remember
So-
exactly how to do it, but
I'm pretty sure this is the standard
Dude,
thing
it'd
that
be
they
crazy
show to
just
compare.
Look around in there. Wow.
right, yeah, like the World
Wow.
Wide Web. Yep.
Yeah, man,
That's
that's
insane.
some wild stuff right there.
That's so much just like information.
Yeah, it's like cause that's where like all like the useless information goes. You know,
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
goes into that shit that no one's ever gonna look at again, but
Really?
still there. Yeah, like a lot of like just random.
That's like the
fucking-
deep web, right?
Yeah, the deep web is full of just like
Useless
documents
shit.
and
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
random shit.
That's crazy.
I wonder what you would exactly find. Like I've only heard those scary
horror stories.
YouTube stories.
There's normal shit that you can find on there. I mean, like you can use it as a normal internet.
Right.
It just you can just search deeper and deeper. Like it's not gonna be like the, like you can like pay for your site to be a top Google search, or you're not
Yeah.
gonna see that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can search for specific and
That's fucking crazy.
fucked up shit if you want.
And there's
Yeah.
back doors to websites and
Yeah, there
everything
are,
and
yeah.
shit.
So like you go on one website and you do a certain thing and it takes you to the real website where the real fucked up shit is. Or you have to like type in a passcode or something like that.
Let's do it.
We'll do a podcast. We'll call it The Boys Explore the Dark Web. The boys go scuba diving.
Boys go dark.
The boys go dark.
That honestly would be pretty interesting, but like.
I'm not doing it here. Nah, someone else's IP address, not mine. I'm not running.
Shit, we can go to my house. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's legal. People use it. People use Tor all the time.
Yeah, the one thing I don't want is like a hand showing up in the mail. Squeeze me.
That shit could happen. That's no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody can find your information and just fuck with you.
That's
Try to
crazy.
say to be cautious on the deep web, you know.
All right, so should we go back to the video?
No. No, man.
Okay.
Nah, man.
I was just kind of interested in what she was saying.
To wonder why.
No, man.
Because what I and other journalists have uncovered is that multiple crimes took place during the
You guys good?
referendum. And they took
Yeah, we're gonna take a brief intermission. Little 5 minutes.
What's up?
Little 5 shebang. I gotta grab a phone charger. And long. People out and about.
Did we just pause everything, or are we still going?
No, we're paused.
No, we're going.
Oh. All right. Well, brief intermission. Rachel.
Right? Yeah, she's our one and only viewer.
Rachel, text your friends. Text your bitches. Get them here. Yo, Rachel, if you're listening, you should definitely text Catherine and tell her to tune into this. Right
Get her on the. Can we? Do you think she'd get on the podcast? You think we could get her on as a guest?
Yeah, dude, she talks about nature stuff, man. She could talk about that. Rachel, you could come on. You could talk about politics.
I'm gonna take a leak while we're doing this.
Yeah.
And Connor, you just talking to the chat, all right?
This is weird, man. No.
It's
No.
just you, buddy.
No, we should just write on there like take 5, and I should leave too. I don't want to.
Nah, you're staying.
Nah, man. Nope.
You're staying.
I'll be back, guys. Oh,
Close that door.
So yeah, man, fruit.
Dude, I think I'm really gonna like lettering when I get good at it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think I'm pretty excited about it.
What makes you say that?
Just the other day when I like he kept coming over and being like, "Yo, these look pretty good," and like Loke checked 2 of them, and one of them he didn't even touch. And like I know Loke doesn't really give a fuck, but
If they're good, they're good though.
right.
You know,
And
you're not bad, bro. Honestly. You know what a good haircut should look like.
yeah, I mean like I'm not trying to get like cocky or anything, but like it just felt nice to be understanding a little bit. You know what I mean? So I felt like I'm like, yo, when I get this down 100%, I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy it.
Once you get good at that kind of thing, like a normal haircut, then you start diving into cool shit.
Right.
Like you can cut black dude's hairs. Like that is so fucking different than cutting a white dude's hair. It really is. Their hair just grows differently, and it's a whole different style. Like you can't just keep your clippers straight up. You gotta fucking turn them all different directions. And it's interesting. You start doing designs, fucking afros.
I know.
It's fun, man.
Like,
See that one afro I hooked up the other day?
no.
My boy came in. His fucking
Hooked
shit's
up.
like way out here, dude. Shit was clean when he left.
Good for you, dude.
You got a picture?
Nah. I've been taking some pictures, but not a
Yeah, you
picture
should be
of
doing
one.
that, dude. Getting your little
Bro,
profile
I just can't
going.
wait till I'm like an expert. You know what I mean?
See, what I would do no matter what if I had a skill like that is I would just keep taking pictures and I would literally just make an Instagram just for that. And just, it's a way for people to see you.
Yeah.
Try to get amass like a fucking 200 person following. Go open your own barbershop.
I get a bunch of cuts that I take pictures of.
We
and
lost
shit.
Connor's feed.
Oh no, we might have to buy a new camera.
I just did that the other day.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to buy a new one.
Oh, that's fucking clean, dude.
He had a fucking bald spot there, and I wish I could have incorporated it into like the design.
Dude, that little line right in there,
Do give a show for the camera.
right there, is
Yeah, there
so
you go.
clean.
Mm-hmm.
Good for
Eric,
you.
can you give a little wraparound? Just kind of be real gentle with her. Nope.
What are you trying to
Just
do?
show the phone to the camera.
Oh my bad. I don't know what you're talking about.
Very gentle, like.
That boy.
That looks pretty cool.
Fucking
Yeah,
zigzag.
dude, whoever
Pretty
that
cool.
dude is in the picture, you look good, man.
Got all
If
these
you want,
haircuts
Connor's
and
trying to make a pass on you.
Nope, that's not me.
A little. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Easy, gentle.
May I add that Mark has
May
asked
I
me
add?
for many pecks on the cheek.
Every time. Every time. The way he applies moisturizer to those soft lips.
You should try his butt.
You have? Why don't you share these things?
Well, you know, when a man loves a man.
Can we give him a half one?
That was funny. You fuckers laugh. Fuck you guys.
That's why it's a half. Can we?
When a man loves a man.
Noted. I do believe it's. Yeah, the half point right there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She is really liking the goth one.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Can you say it one more time?
Say it with me now.
Everybody now.
All right. Back to the
Back
task
to
at hand.
business.
Yeah.
Place on Facebook. Because it has to
Oh,
wonder why.
sorry.
Eric.
Because what I and other people have uncovered is that multiple crimes took place during the referendum.
During the referendum.
On Facebook.
On Facebook.
Dun dun
Because in
dun.
Britain we limit the amount of money that you can spend in an election. And it's because in the 19th century,
Right.
people would walk around
Should be
with,
something.
Like, literally
Should be
wheelbarrows of cash
thing.
and just buy voters. So
That's
we
awesome. I
passed
didn't know that.
strict laws to stop that from happening. But those laws don't work anymore. This referendum took place almost entirely online. And you can spend any amount of money on Facebook or on Google or on YouTube ads and nobody will know because they're black boxes. And this is what happened. We've actually got no idea of the full extent of it, but we do know that in the last days before the Brexit vote, the official Vote Leave campaign laundered nearly £750,000 through another campaign entity that our electoral commission has ruled was illegal and it's referred it to the police. And with this illegal cash,
It's a little foggy in the top.
Vote Leave
A little bit.
unleashed a fire hose of disinformation. Ads
A
like this.
fire hose.
This is a lie. It's a total lie. Turkey is not joining the European Union. There is not even any discussions of it joining the European Union. And most of us, we never
Do you know
saw
about this
these
SSHR
ads
fan?
because we were not the target of them. Vote Leave
What you
identified
know
a
about
tiny
that?
sliver of people.
What you know
They
about?
identified as persuadable, and they saw them. And the only reason we are seeing these now is because Parliament forced Facebook to hand them over. And maybe you think, well, it's just a bit of overspending, it's a few lies. But this was the biggest electoral fraud in Britain for 100 years.
That's nuts.
Yeah, we do that quite a bit here, though.
Watergate,
Watergate, Trumpgate. What other gates we got? Pizzagate, Deflategate.
Of the electorate.
Pizzagate.
Yeah, dude.
Is that real?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
That was with the Hillary Clinton emails.
In the referendum.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Pause. Let me tell you about that real quick. Let me tell you. So when
God
the
damn
Hillary
it.
Clinton emails got out. Oh, did you fuck it up?
No.
Oh, the camera, dude. When the Hillary Clinton emails came out, like there was like this whole conspiracy.
Full
Oh,
one.
Connor got another
Full
fuck
one.
up. That's a full one. When the fucking Jesus Murphy, when the fucking emails came out, there was this
You're
whole
a fucking
conspiracy
pile.
that this pizza place in fucking Washington D.C. was like this underground pedophile ring, and a bunch of politicians were in it. Yeah, dude. That
Dude,
was
Jay-Z was
Pizzagate.
named on that
Yeah,
shit.
dude.
Mad people
crazy,
were named on that shit.
crazy.
A child? Is that what you said?
There were a bunch of. It was a pedophile ring. That's what they thought it was.
Yeah.
And like the police investigated it and found no evidence. It was big conspiracy theory though.
I'm pretty
Called
sure it was all
Pizzagate.
bullshit, but it was
Yeah.
like.
How would you say it's all bull? What makes you say that?
I mean, they didn't
there's
find
no
any
proof behind
evidence.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's telling you that they didn't find any evidence?
I mean, don't you think if they found evidence that pedophilia is not widely accepted even
Right.
throughout a U.S. government?
Right. If the police investigated this pizza place and found no
Yeah, good point.
pedos,
No pedos?
Unless they're getting paid off, man.
pedos are getting
guess-
paid off.
I meant the police, but
Jesus.
pedos too.
We'll give you 100 million. Please stop. Jay-Z just sitting there in his bathrobe, but I don't wanna. Oh man. So
That's all I got for you.
Which was headed by this man, Nigel Farage.
No, I get it.
The
Group
one
of-
on
He looks like a
Verizon.
snake.
And
You know?
Jake the Snake.
this group, leaving you, it also broke the law. It broke British electoral laws and British data laws, and it's also been referred to the police. And this man, Aaron Banks, he funded this campaign. And in a completely separate case, he's been referred to our National Crime Agency, our equivalent of the FBI, because our electoral commission has concluded they don't know where his money came from, or if it was even British. And I'm not even going to go into the lies that Aaron Banks has told about his covert relationship with the Russian government,
Fucking Russians, guys.
or the
Crazy,
weird
man.
timing of Nigel Farage's meetings with Julian Assange and with Trump's buddy, Roger Stone, now indicted, immediately before two massive WikiLeaks dumps, both of which happened to benefit Donald Trump. But I will tell you that Brexit and Trump were intimately entwined. This man told me that Brexit was the petri dish for Trump. And we know it's the same people, the same companies, the same data, the same techniques, the same use of hate and fear. This
What
is
if they're
what
trying
they
to get
were
like a New
posting
World Order
on
type thing
Facebook.
going here, dude?
And
Fuck,
I don't really want
right?
to call this a lie,
Fuck.
because it feels more like a hate crime to me. I don't
Damn,
have to tell
son.
you that
What?
hate
That was
and
long.
fear
That
are
was a
being
long hit
sown
there.
online all across the world.
I'm a real
Not just in Britain and America, but in France, and in Hungary, and Brazil, and Myanmar, and New Zealand.
I put my
And we
pants
know that
on
there is this
2 legs at a
dark
time.
undertow which is connecting us all globally, and it is flowing via the technology platforms. But we only see a tiny amount of what's going on the surface. And I only found out anything about this dark underbelly because I started looking into Trump's relationship to Farage, to a company called Cambridge Analytica. And I spent months tracking down an ex-employee, Christopher Wiley. And he told me how this company that worked for both Trump and Brexit had profiled people politically in order to understand their individual fears, to better target them with Facebook ads. And it did this by illicitly harvesting the profiles of 87 million people from Facebook.
That's so smart, though.
It took an entire
Everybody's
year's
got all their
work
shit
to
on
get
there, you know?
Christopher on the record. And I had to turn myself from a feature writer into an investigative reporter to do it. And he was extraordinarily brave because the company is owned by Robert Mercer, the billionaire who bankrolled Trump. And he threatened to
Who
sue
bankrolled Trump.
us multiple times to stop us from publishing. But we finally got there, and we were one day ahead of publication. We got another legal threat. Not from Cambridge Analytica this time, but from Facebook. It told us that if we published, they would sue us. We did it anyway.
Alright, so this one is a little funky.
Facebook, you were on the wrong side of history in that. And you were on the wrong side of history in this. In refusing to
You could
give
do
us
string
the
theory.
answers that we need.
fun.
How I can save us all. Or save our
To
humanity.
address you directly.
Hunting for
the
dinosaurs
gods
showed me.
of Silicon Valley.
Hunting for dinosaurs showed me our place in the universe.
And Sheryl Sandberg, and Larry Page,
What makes
And
a good
Sergey
life
Brin,
lesson?
and Jack Dorsey, and your employees and your investors.
Do you guys want to go another one, or do you guys want to?
I
Because
thought
100
this.
years ago,
That's just
the
me.
biggest danger
man.
in
Yeah,
the
let's just
South
finish
Wales
it up.
coal mines was gas. Silent and deadly and invisible. It's why they sent the canaries down first to check the air. And in this massive global online experiment that we are all living through, we in Britain are the canary. We are what happens to a Western democracy when 100 years of electoral laws are disrupted by technology. Our
Nice.
democracy-
Righteous.
Our laws don't work anymore, and it's not me saying this, it's our parliament published a report saying this. This technology that you have invented has been amazing. But
I
now
remember when
it's
this
a
shit was
crime
first
scene,
coming out, dude.
and
TED
you
Talks?
have
No,
Facebook.
Facebook,
Oh, yeah.
dude. I remember.
Dude.
And it is not
shit took
enough
over the
to
world,
say that
like-
you'll do better in the future. Because to have any hope of stopping this from happening again, we have to know the truth. And maybe you think, well, it was just a few ads, and people are smarter than that, right? To which I would say, good luck with that. Because what the Brexit vote demonstrates is that liberal democracy is broken. And you broke it. This is
Nice
not
job,
democracy.
people.
Right.
Spreading lies in darkness, paid for with illegal cash from God knows where. It's subversion, and you are accessories to it.
That's crazy.
That is fucking wild.
Our parliament has been the first in the world to try to hold you to account, and it's failed. You are literally beyond the reach of British law. Not just British laws, this is 9 parliaments, 9 countries are represented here who Mark Zuckerberg refused to come and give evidence to.
What a baller, dude.
He's like, nah.
Is that this is bigger than you.
I'm gonna go play on my
It's bigger
yacht.
than any of us. And it is not about left or right, or leave or remain, or Trump or not. It's about whether it's actually possible to have a free and fair election ever again. Because as it stands, I don't think it is. And so my question to you is this what you want? Is this how you want history to remember you? As the handmaidens to authoritarianism that is on the rise all across the world. Because you set out
That's
to
terrible.
connect people, and you are refusing to acknowledge that the same technology is now driving us apart. And my question to everybody else is this what we want? To let them get away with it? And to sit back and play with our phones as this darkness falls? The history of the South Wales valleys is of a fight for rights. And this is not a drill, it's a point of inflection. Democracy is not guaranteed and it is not inevitable. And we have to fight and we have to win. And we cannot let these tech companies have this unchecked power. It's up to us, you, me, and all of us. We are the ones who have to take back control.
So, when artificial intelligence takes over, she's the first to die. 100%.
I feel like you just cracked the code yourself there, mate. You might have really just. I feel like that's the next Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
The camera's fucked up again.
Huh?
What's
Oh,
going
fuck
on
you.
with it? Like this.
Not
one's,
this one.
This one's all fucking blurry though. You notice that?
Mm-hmm.
That's better.
It is.
Yo, you guys like Led Zeppelin?
I like Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
There's a pretty big cover band, July 15th, I think.
Really?
At Sharky's, I got like 14 tickets. They're like
Bro.
$15 a pop, but I got them for free. So
Let's all fucking go. You guys want to?
yeah,
We'll
dude.
get fucked
fun
up.
shit.
Fucking Led
Yeah.
Zeppelin. Do you know what day of the week it is?
I think it's on a Wednesday.
Perfect. I gotta work till noon.
Right smack dab center in the week, dude.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
a good day to
terrible.
get fucked up, huh?
I know I'm gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get a little
Fucked up.
boozy.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, dude. So like I get there and I'm talking to the guy who's like gonna pay me at the end, and he's like, "Yeah, you like Led Zeppelin?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Yeah, they're doing a cover band here," and he hands me like a couple of tickets, and then he's like, "Yeah, bring some of your buddies." I'm like, "Word." So a couple hours later, I'm about to leave. I'm like, "Yo, dude, I'm gonna take off. I gotta get paid." He's like, "Yeah, cool." He's like, "You like Led Zeppelin?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "Oh, they're doing a cover band here in a couple weeks. You and your buddies want to come?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, sure, cool." And he hands me a couple tickets. I'm like, "Oh, sweet, thanks, man." I got 14 of them.
That's
You
hilarious.
really have 14. Did you
Yeah.
actually count them? That's a real number?
Yeah, 14
That's
of them.
terrible.
$15 a piece.
Sell them on your own for $10 a piece.
Honestly, $5. Fuck, it was
Yeah,
free
right?
money.
That's funny.
Going around. So you like Led Zeppelin?
Sell them at Delta.
I got Led Zeppelin and a kidney. What do you need?
We're doing special. You buy a 1 hour today, you get a Led Zeppelin ticket.
That's not a bad idea.
Right?
That's
Right?
really not.
$15 ticket. We're doing a special today. I can sell 15 of them. Get $6 per ticket, basically.
Well, that's a perfect idea. Why don't you do that?
Yeah, that's good money, man.
It'd be funny.
Oh man. So, what's your boys' reflection on that? On that little thing? Would you say you've taken anything away, learned anything?
I feel like the Mark Zuckerbergs of the world are like actually running the world. You know what I mean? Like they can straight up control elections. That's
Yeah, they have
like,
the power to
they
move
have the
mountains,
power to
literally.
influence every single thing. Like
The general public.
But is that new? Is that new? Is that really, like, if we look at it at the end of the day, is that new?
no, I wouldn't
It's
say
never
so.
been this in your face before, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
I don't think it's ever been this like.
But what about the Rockefellers? What about that when they controlled the whole election? They literally funded an election. I think it was the most
It's just different now. That's all.
it was the most expensive election by a landslide. I honest to God, don't quote me, think it was like the previous 5 elections totaled up equaled that one election and just that one guy.
So this is my point though. It's like yes, that's crazy, but like you literally read that information on Google, and Google is owned by a person.
Google could have just done whatever they wanted.
You see
with
what I
that
mean? Like
information.
how can you research anything like that? You know what I mean?
Everything.
That's
everything's
archive.
been
That's
filtered.
history. That's you.
Yeah, but
I
it's
read about
archived
that in
because they allowed
school.
it to be archived.
Like I was taught that in school.
Yeah, but you're taught it by a school who buys the textbooks from
Right, dude.
somebody.
Oh,
Who
100%.
writes
It's
that?
literally all controlled.
I mean, textbook. You can,
Yeah, but
you can make your own.
is
opinion
that new
from your
then?
textbook.
No, it's not.
Is
That's
it
exactly what I
getting
mean.
out of control?
Our parents had
Is that-
newspapers. You know what I'm saying? Same fucking thing, dude.
Yeah, you go back to like the fucking Romans. I mean, like civilians didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Like I was saying the other day, man, in the barbershop, right? Everyone used to be reading newspapers, reading magazines. Now everyone's on their phone. It's just a different it's just a different fucking
But,
bridge
like,
to information.
Instead of like only the people who read newspapers would read the newspapers. Now it's everybody who's a fucking person is on Facebook
Yeah.
and they're checking that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But do they actually?
Yes.
Or is it just the same dumb people getting fooled? Is it anything really
because they're getting
different?
better at it. They're getting better at it, dude. Like I see all these fucking Trump ads and shit.
You
all
can't
the
say
time
you
that are
haven't
really
seen an
weird.
ad online ever and haven't clicked on it.
I don't think I've ever seen an ad and been like, "This is factual. I'm gonna base my thoughts off of this."
Well, they have
Yeah,
all
you
kinds
know
of
what, I'm
shit
kinda
though.
with Mark,
There's
though.
shopping bugs, man. Like if you go on a website and you're like, "Hey, I'm looking to buy a kayak,"
It's
right?
it's putting the shit in your head. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Even if you talk about something, it's fucking weird, man. It's happened to me before.
That is true.
I'll be like talking to you at the gym or some shit, and I'll go home and I'll see an ad for what we were talking about, and I'm like, how the fuck? And it freaks me out a little bit, but
Dude, that shit really does happen.
yeah.
Do you think they have all of our conversations recorded? This probably isn't helping by any stretch.
Definitely
They got it now. Fuck.
If we weren't on the list before, gentlemen, we are now.
Oh yeah.
But-
Dude.
Like, honest to God, like, think back, and I just have one question, and I keep saying this. Has it gotten worse?
Yes,
Yeah.
How so?
because it's more prevalent. There's more people looking at it.
Dude, Facebook wasn't even a thing when we were kids.
Yeah, but you used to have people out on the corner standing on soapboxes, preaching to the streets.
More people are still seeing that on Facebook.
But I mean, there's more people just in the planet, but
But I'd argue that you could reach more people through a Facebook post and screaming on the street corner.
Say you have dudes screaming on the street corner back in the day, right?
You're not just hitting one corner. You're hitting every fucking.
The only
person.
people who are gonna see that dude are the dudes walking by. But now, if it's
but you're in
videotaped
Times
and
Square.
on Facebook,
Yo, here's a
everyone
crazy
can see it.
fact for you. If
But
you
I
go-
don't.
If you go 3 people deep, like if I know somebody and somebody that I know and somebody that they know, there's like a connection of like 3 million people that you
Wow.
that would be inside of your circle.
Oh my god.
So think about that in Facebook posts. You're friends with, you know what I'm saying?
say you got 700 friends
Right. You know how many people
times their friends,
many
so
people
that's
could see
700
that
times
fucking-
700.
Right. You know
or
Is that how it
friends
works? works?
That post?
How do,
Times another.
why is it? What do you mean 3 three deep. Like,
So right, so say I know someone that you guys don't know. That's
mhm.
one person. Then it's someone that they know that I don't know. And then someone that they know. That's
And
three
if you
people
take
away.
like all of those people that they know, it's like 3 million people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So everyone you know, go 3 people deep with every
Is it-
single person.
Now, when you say people I know, what is this
We're
category?
getting
Doesn't
too deep,
matter,
man.
doesn't
That's
matter.
fair. You're getting a
Doesn't
little
matter.
deep in the minutia there.
Yeah.
Just don't concern yourself with that.
Take
Take every
Literally-
person
literally
you've ever
anyone
met
you
and
know.
spin it on a dial.
Yeah.
That's what you get. You get X.
Right.
We're
It's
gonna
just
say,
mad
you know,
people that
X
can
person,
affect
not-
mad
But
You know,
that-
you know your mom
Yeah.
and then your dad and then you know what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying, Mark. 'cause
But
it
do
makes
I also know everybody I saw, everybody I saw at PF Chang's? Like, is that considered
but that's
I
not-
know, or is that just
That's not the point. It's not really the point of it.
because like now
The
when
point of it is
Okay,
just
so let's say
information.
like I
Right,
know
right.
Andrew, all right, I know Ben Cowell. I
We're gonna
don't
use
actually
Connor.
know Ben Cowell,
Just use Connor.
but I really know Connor. I
Right.
wouldn't,
And
you know,
then take
like
So there's
somebody
one
that
person.
Connor doesn't know.
Now someone Connor knows that you don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Okay.
But now what I'm trying to get at is this: when you say people I know, and I understand the 3 deep, I understand that portion. But now when you say you take the everybody they know equals 3 million people. Now when I say everybody I know, are we talking like know on a personal level? Just know their
I
name?
don't know. I didn't write the thing, dude.
You're
That's
thinking
just a
pretty
number.
deep, man.
Yeah, I know. You're
Yeah.
kind of.
It's just like
advocate whether
he was just kind of saying like
that's
information spreads
you
really
can.
fast.
Yeah, you can connect. There's so many.
If I
people
told
just in your
everyone
little
I
inner
ever
circle.
met a thing, right?
Mhm.
If I was like, "Hey guys, I have herpes," I told everyone I ever fucking met, right?
A lot of.
I hope you're doing
The
fine.
odds are, if they all told everyone
got a
they've ever
clinic.
met, and then one more time,
Mhm.
a lot of fucking people would know that I have
That's
herpes.
not what Joe's point is. I see what you're
Okay.
saying by like people in like the 1920s, like the kids on soapboxes shouting is just as high tech as back then. Is
That wasn't my relation to this right now, but I was just trying to understand, like, cause I was trying to understand on a personal level.
Anybody that you could have that you would have a connection with.
People you say hi to, man.
Okay.
Just like you know
You've
that
ever
fucking dude in the
texted,
gym
ever
that you
messaged?
introduced me to, the dude who owns the other gym.
Mhm.
You know him. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yep.
It's
You
just
could
people.
communicate with them. You
Yeah.
could send them a message on social media, text them.
Yeah.
Oh man, I never understood how people could just like invite everybody they know, or just like randomly talk to people on their social media. Like that was always super weird to me. Like the concept of sliding into a girl's DMs is so fucking weird to me, bro. Like it's honestly like in my eyes that's like shopping.
Yeah, just seeing if they respond. It's more like fishing.
Like
Fishing. That's right.
but you can do like fucking 50 in a second. You
Right,
could copy
right.
and
Copy
paste.
and paste, man. Yup.
Dude,
Control V, Control V, Control V, Control V.
that like I don't understand how anybody would be like, okay. I feel like wouldn't if you were a girl, if you were a girl and someone was like, "Hey cutie," online.
It's all about the attention, man. What if a chick that you didn't know hit you up and said,
That's
Hey,
what I'm saying. Like, I
"Hey,
just
trying
said,
to fuck"? Like you'd be like,
You'd walk
Maybe.
into the bedroom and my dick would be on the pillow.
"There you go." Like,
But there's two different breeds in this world. There's takers and I don't know the other one, but I know there's takers.
you gotta find the takers. That's all.
when a chick messages me, I usually say, "What can I do for you?" And if it's not, "Oh, you know, I have this party," then they get left on red.
Jumpy, you're a savage.
Right.
Absolute savage.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Lie to them and say, "Yeah, I'll talk to you. Yeah, I'll hang out with you," and then fucking lie to them for 6 months until they never talk to me again?
No, but I really don't
you
think.
could.
I don't think that
rigmarole.
in that scenario, it's the same thing because you got Rachel sitting in the bed right next to you as you're reading these.
I ain't looking for no new friends.
No new.
Let's talk some business, though. You wanna talk business? I'm open.
I don't talk business unless the hand's open with 20 grand.
That's the starting offer.
20 grand and a teat
How
peek.
were the fights last night?
Oh, mate.
You watch them, Eric?
Nah.
You don't watch the fights, mate. Why don't you watch no fights?
I don't know, man.
I know Joe watched them.
Never get into them.
Not a big fight guy?
I would watch him. I just like, I don't know. Got a lot of shit going on. I don't really watch a lot of TV or anything.
Big fan of the fights. If anyone wants to shoot the shit on some fights, I know some stuff. I don't know a lot, though. Michael Chiesa, he tapped out fucking Diego Sanchez. Diego's been on like a fucking 10-year losing streak.
Poor bastard.
Michael Sanchez, or Michael Chiesa, my bad. He literally looked like his big brother in there. It looked like he was helping him.
Blowing him around.
The second one was fucking Luke Rockhold versus some fucking big Russian dude. And the big Russian dude hit him with this fucking clobber, bro. He hit him with his meat hook, and oh my god.
With his meat hook.
I want to see
Big
if
meaty claws.
I want to see if I can find it. But then
Big meaty claws.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? What
I
did
smell.
You say, punk?
I smell the smelly smell of something that smells smelly.
Yo, they had some bangers in SpongeBob, like that grill song. You remember that grill's not a grill?
you're fucked, dude.
Gary, come home.
Oh.
Dude, I was always loving how Plankton kept getting fucked over, yo.
Right, he never got the Krabby Patty secret formula.
He was getting so angry.
Till he came up with his family, and then he stole it. You remember that?
Yeah,
And then what
SpongeBob
happened?
movie, Plan Z or Plan X or whatever.
Yeah.
He goes through
Yeah.
all the alphabet and he skips X, and she's like, "What about X? What about X?"
Karen!
Plan X. That's fucking hilarious.
I'm looking for something. I'm sorry. I want to show you
Losing momentum.
Jorge Masvidal. Dude, he did.
Masvidal, that's a fighter.
He did the incredible. So, if you know anything about
What?
Hey.
That was great.
That shit's so funny. I hope someone watches that and gets a good laugh. Oh man.
I'm so proud of you guys.
My name's Jorge. Hey.
That's just perfect, yo.
Alright.
Damn.
So here, I wasn't paying attention to anything you guys were saying.
Dead ass.
Dead ass.
48 hours before the knockout, Jorge Masvidal practiced his flying knee.
Jesus.
That motherfucker looks scary, bro. Oh! Funky Town.
Alright, here it is. That was the first 5 seconds of the fight.
Wow. That was a KO.
Got him?
Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
So,
I hope they show another view.
Yeah.
me too. Oh, beautiful.
Oh! Oh! Oh, snap! Oh, that cat is sleeping. The flying knee, that's always beautiful to watch.
Mm-hmm. Joe Rogan literally said it was as good of a flying knee that has ever been thrown in the UFC. Dude, the guy
That's
had,
Joe
fucking
Rogan thing to
crazy.
say.
he had to. All right, so just in case you didn't know, that was Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren, and Ben Askren is a world class wrestler, literally world class. All of his fights, he has fucking pillows on the end of his hands. He doesn't really punch. All he does is wrestle fuck people, and
My favorite kind of fucking.
yeah, man, when you just really get up in those muffins and just kind of. But
Nice, man. They got me.
Remember that video we made with Cassie barking? Yeah, dude.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
So, hits him with the flying knee for the fastest knockout in UFC history.
How fast was it? 7 seconds?
5.
Oh my god.
Realistically, it was 2. He leans up against the cage, takes 2 steps to the right, and sprints in, flying knees him. Dude's out cold for, I think, like 5 minutes and
That's
instantly gets run to the whole.
You think that was his plan from the start? I'm just
Yeah.
running and knee this
No, dude,
motherfucker.
literally, the video and prior, it was 48 hours before the fight, and he was practicing just running in and flying knee. His whole concept was he's gonna end up close to Ben Askren. Ben Askren's gonna wanna kind of clench him up, wrestle fuck
Take him to the
him.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was just like, I'm gonna close the gap first, and hit him in the gut, if not the head. And so,
Fucking wild.
yep, knocked him out. He had to instantly leave and go get brain scans.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
Yeah, dude. And then Luke Rockhold fought the big old Russian dude. Second round, I think it was like 40 seconds into it. He got closed up in the clinch, and then Luke had double underhooks on the big Russian dude, and he releases him, and he just punched him in the face with the straight right, and clocks him with an uppercut with the left, and breaks
Jesus.
Luke Rockhold's jaw.
Oh,
my
Jesus
And the dude just
Christ.
goes stiff, comes down with a hammer fist for good measure, dude. It was
Make sure he does.
beautiful.
Jesus.
And then
Shit, yo.
Amanda Nunes came in, beat Holly Holm with a head kick. Just in case you didn't know, Holly Holm is I think she's like 40 and like 2 in kickboxing. She's like an 8-time
world champion.
world champion in just normal boxing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Holly Holm or Amanda Nunes, the 2-weight women's champion in the UFC, beat the fuck out of her. Then John Jones came in and fought Thiago Santos.
John
Santos.
Jones won?
Yeah, dude. I really thought Jones
My man.
was gonna lose halfway through.
Well, they don't drug test anymore?
No. They just let him go. They said, John, you're doing something magic with the hands. We don't care if your dick don't work.
The dude that just did the fucking flying knee, that dude looked like a fucking animal, yo.
Yeah,
They
I would
call-
not get in the ring with him.
Yeah, dude. That dude looked fucking scary, man.
They call him the Street Jesus.
What's his name?
Wow.
Jorge Masvidal.
Never watch as a game.
He's also called Game Bred Fighter. Have you ever watched the backyard brawling
Mhm.
with
dude.
Kimbo Slice?
Yeah.
You can watch Jorge Masvidal in those fights.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Yo, didn't Kimbo Slice die a couple years back? Pretty sure he
I think
did.
Beats me. I mean,
Yeah.
he was a big boy. He
Yeah, that
really liked
motherfucker
Checkers
could
chicken.
hit.
He got the wings and a Dr. Pepper every time. Large cola, if you would.
He'd pull up to the window, just gotta get a number 11. Just, sir, we only have 10. He's like, you know who I am.
I'm Kimbo Slice. They're like, oh yeah, you're fine.
What are you looking at, Connor?
Just this fighter. Dude looks like a fucking legit.
Let's see what you got. Pull up.
I just pulled him up on Google, that's all.
Let's see what you got.
Dude, I'm gonna fuck this up.
Jorge Masvidal.
You gonna follow him on Instagram now? Oh, yeah, look at him.
I love fighting.
I'll fuck him up.
Right?
He fought Darren Till, and Darren Till, I think his nickname's the Irish Gorilla, and fucking just big and lengthy, and he kind of fights like Conor McGregor. He's a counter striker, and knocked him the fuck out, dude. Knocked him out.
Yes, sir.
Not to talk about UFC with nobody who knows UFC, but that Ben Askren dude in the
Yeah.
fight prior got fucking suplexed.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I love a good suplex in the UFC. Shit belongs in the square, not in the octagon, but fuck, I love it.
I thought I saw a chair in there, Lord or two.
Mick Foley?
Mick Foley. My 2 boys looking on their phones.
I know.
Sorry.
We losing it? We losing him?
Sorry.
You boys want to sign off?
Call her a night for the podcast.
Yeah.
Solid
A
hour.
decent one. Yeah.
That was episode
Six
6
and a half.
or 7.
6 or 7.
Would you like to carry us out today, Eric? Please do us the honors.
The honors.
Give us the honors, Eric. Come on. We gotta sign
Come on.
this off.
Oh, okay. Bless us, O Lord.
For he has risen.
Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. Yay, God. Click.